With Bitcoin prices skyrocketing over $10,000 over the last year, and the bull season right around the corner, I thought it would be interesting to look at the time Bitcoin sponsored a bowl game. But first, some information for those of you who aren't quite sure what a Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is an electronic cryptocurrency released in early 2009 by the person or persons known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Bitcoins are obtained through an action known as mining. Mining is basically sharing your computer power with everybody else in the Bitcoin system so everything can run smoothly. And in that process, your computer may come across something known as a block, which is essentially a highly complex algorithm that contains bitcoins. Upon completion of the algorithm, the bitcoins will be distributed accordingly to all the computers that help solve it. This is sort of a payment system for helping keeping the system up and running. Now enough with that techno-babble, let's get to why you're actually here. In June 2014, BitPay, a Bitcoin payment service, became the title sponsor for the St. Petersburg-based college football bowl game, known prior to this agreement as the Beef O'Brady's Bowl. Though no official announcement came out of the deal, BitPay claimed that they paid the entire sponsorship fee entirely in Bitcoin. Now with their sponsorship deal in place, they had come up with a name for the bowl, and instead of naming it after their company, they instead decided to name it after the product they wished to push, and thus the Bitcoin St. Petersburg Bowl was born. With the name in place, BitPay got to work. They wanted for Bitcoin to be bigger than just the name of the bowl. Over the next 5 or so months, they were able to connect around 100 local companies into the BitPay system, which allowed them to do Bitcoin transactions. This included places like the St. Petersburg Museum of History and the concession stands at Tropicana Field. BitPay's goal was to make St. Petersburg the Bitcoin capital of the world. But then came the game. The game was the day after Christmas, a Friday, at 8 o'clock, and though it was an okay game with NC State defeating UCF 34-27, it did not bring the eyes and traffic that BitPay had anticipated. Very little, if any, transactions were made in Bitcoin, and with the tough year ahead for the currency led to the sponsorship being dropped in April of 2015, and with little fanfare, the Bitcoin St. Petersburg Bowl faded into history.